Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. Welcome. Today I'm bringing you guys a reading. We're going to do it as a pick a card. And it's going to be for the narcissist in your life. So I'm not a psychologist and I don't claim to be one, but I am passionate about bringing awareness about narcissism. I've had many different types of narcissists in my life. There are all different types, and if you are curious about wanting to know the depth of the connection you might have with this person, like, is it karmic? Is there lessons? Is there something that, you're supposed to take away from this, if you're going no contact? So that's what we're going to cover today, and I'll leave timestamps. So we've got 1, 2, or 3. We're going to start with card 1, and I will leave timestamps. All right, so number 1. Type of narcissist that you might be dealing with may be a serial cheater, or it could be that there's some type of a third party situation, meaning that they could have someone else, or you could have had someone else, and when you came together, maybe you didn't realize this, or somebody went outside of the relationship and wasn't faithful. I feel like there is so much pain, and like the words that they have said to you are very, very painful things. I also feel like this particular narcissistic person has had a lot of grief in their life too. A lot of heartaches, a lot of grief. I feel like they're just very numb in their heart space. I feel like they're darker, they're harder, they have harder emotions because of it, and they have a very sharp tongue. So they really know how to get to your core, so to speak, with their words, their hurtful words. Yeah, I'm feeling like it's not just one person is hurt over this. This is multiple people. This is possibly 3 people. I also feel like it could be 3 different things that led up to this, that were significant, that were painful. And I also feel like it's going to take at least 3 times or more for you to have gone completely no contact with this particular narcissist. Okay, so let's get a little more out about this person. Traits, why are they like this? Maybe some ways that you connect, and reasons why this is a part of your life. I feel like they're very cocky. I get like a very cocky, very assertive, very I want my way, I want what I want when I want it. I also feel like this is a sign of a separation coming, okay? I feel like it could mean that the end is near of this relationship or this connection, okay? I feel like this is somebody that came through with very intense sexual energy. I feel like they have a lot of sexual energy, and they have sort of like a very voracious appetite. I also feel like they pursue, and I feel like they pursued you, and they were very aggressive about it. And I don't mean physically. I mean like they were very kind of in your face energy about the way that they felt about you in the beginning. All right. But I also feel like they really had no intention to settle down. They may have said they did, but they really, at the end of the day, at the end of all of this, there was really no intention. To me, this feels like the guy that swings through town in the night, collecting hearts in jars and sort of doing as he pleases, and then sort of disappearing to go on to the next, and that's very painful. Extremely painful to be on the receiving end of that. And I feel like there's so much disappointment here. I also feel like they were very manipulative of you. I feel like this person, though, yes, they are powerful, or they maybe seem powerful. They also have a power over you. I feel like I can hear you saying, but they have this power over me. What is the power that they have over you? I feel like Spirit wants you to deeply question that. Or is it that you maybe wanted to give up your power in the beginning because this person intrigued you so much and pulled you in so far and so deep with their sexual energy? This was a fast moving thing. I feel like, somebody chased. I feel like the narcissistic person here chased. Yeah, and I also feel like, they might have had other love interests in the past that they never got over them. They may hold on to connections of the past that they've had. I don't feel like they've had a ton of deep connections or deep relationships with anybody, but I feel like they had a more deep relationship with you than they could handle. I feel like, they're up and down, they're hot and cold. I feel like their moods are very all over the place. I feel like, when it's good, it's good. When it's bad, it's bad. And I feel like that's just kind of a cycle thing that's going on here in this connection. I also feel like Spirit is definitely trying to push you away from this person because they are, they're very captivating, and it seems like because you're disillusioned by it, that they do have a power over you. I feel like they can influence you, and they can manipulate you because of this. And I do feel like they do this with everybody. They don't just do this with you. They do this with everyone. And I also just feel like, I'm going to say it again, they were definitely juggling two people. And also, they were juggling their emotions. So let's see from the Mirror of Shadows, my Oracle Mirror of Shadows, maybe some major issue, a major wound, that they have. We've got a trauma issue. So, it could be, that they were traumatized in their past and it did change them. It did make them this way. It could be that, they may be detached a long time ago is what I'm feeling, because I don't want anyone to see my darkness. So it could be that, they're really running from themselves all the time, all the while. It's like they're really running from themselves. And we've got fear of imperfection. I don't see what you see in me. So deep down, even though they're cocky and they may be not faithful, they don't see what people see in them. They're very deeply insecure. So this type of a narcissist that we're dealing with is very insecure. To me, it's someone that has a deep hate for themselves, but they project a love for themselves. They project the opposite of what they feel. They project the opposite of what they feel is what I'm getting. So yeah, there's some darker things here that, this, my Mirror of Shadows Oracle brings out. It's like literally looking in the mirror, and the mirror shows you, maybe what you maybe are not seeing, maybe what you need to see, especially about a person. So let's see if there's a lesson involved here with this connection with this person. Let's see what we're getting. So we've got failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. I feel like this person is so self-inflated, like they can't stand if somebody doesn't like something they do or like something they say. I feel like they really rely very heavily upon reassurance and validation, and that's definitely narcissistic traits. And they may have relied on this very heavily from you, and you gave them this good, and they're, in a weird way, they're a little bit addicted to that too. But I also feel like in their life, they have issues with that. Wanting something good, but they're not able to keep it good. It's like somehow, some way they seem to always spoil it, and then they're looking for new supply. They're looking for new attention from new people. And we've got imagination. I embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. So I feel like this was supposed to open you up in a weird way creatively. I think maybe like using your resources, how to get away from a person like this, or figuring out what the attraction was, because I feel like this was a very sexual attraction. I also feel like this could be karmic. So we're going to hear from angels now, and what do the angels have to say about this particular connection with this particular narcissist? Whatever or whoever caged you had no intention of setting you free. Get out. Oh my God, do you see this? So this person is so manipulative. They put almost like an imaginary cage around you. I feel like they wanted to own you. Like there was ownership issue here. Like they feel like they need to own their partner. And this is not the first time they've done this with somebody. Let's see what else we're getting from angels. Choosing not to choose is still a choice. So you may be having a really hard time with this. A hard time separating, a hard time accepting, a hard time letting go. I also feel like they have a hard time just making decisions in general, like healthy choices. I feel like Spirit wants you to know that this is not a healthy thing, because there's a lot of heartache surrounding this. There's a lot of ego and attitude surrounding this. There's a lot of betrayal and a lot of rejection surrounding this. And I feel like the lesson was really to strengthen you. The very first card that we pulled for the lesson, the failure, it could be too that, you don't want to let go of this because you're afraid that you have failed, or they have made you or manipulated you into thinking that you can't fail or don't want to fail in this particular connection. Yeah, very difficult to deal with. But I feel like Spirit is definitely leading you away from this. I feel like, that Spirit wants you to sort of start to change direction, start to accept a little bit that this person will never change. And hopefully you can come to a realization about that and really know your worth here, okay? That's what I'm getting from Spirit. I hope this was helpful. All right, so if you picked card number 2, ooh, that's an ugly narcissist right there. Okay, so card number 2 is somebody who is a player, somebody who is a little bit of a con artist, somebody that hides. They hide their feelings, they hide their true intentions. They are sneaky. They cannot be trusted. They may or may not have a criminal past. They may be lying to you about that past. They may be lying to you about the past in general. This is somebody that also thinks they're entitled to do and act this way, okay? So at their core, there's a darker core here because they feel entitled. They feel like they can do whatever they want. Their mental attitude doesn't express happiness. I feel like they express the world did them wrong. They have a big chip on their shoulder, so they've decided that they're just going to take from everything and everyone and never give back. Okay, that's the type of narcissist we're dealing with. They have a chip on their shoulder. They're greedy. They're selfish. They want what they want when they want it. They want instant gratification. They're sneaking around. They have a very sneaky way to them. Okay, I feel like they also gaslight you, and they also put a lot of shit out there to other people so that they can kind of like keep up this lifestyle. That's what I'm getting. I feel like they will do anything to keep up this lifestyle. Okay. I also feel like they don't ever face themselves. They've never had to face themselves. This is also somebody that doesn't care about consequences. They're very bold about it. Like they feel entitled to steal or entitled to take or entitled to treat somebody a certain way. All right. So let's get some more cards to see. Yeah. I don't know if they got together with you and felt like you were like a life supply to them, or like I'm getting like sugar mama or sugar daddy like type thing. I feel like they saw that you I feel like they saw or felt that you could provide for them. Like you could provide, whether it was financially or mentally or emotionally or physically. And they were attracted to you, okay? But I also feel like they did you wrong, and almost feel like they stole from you. If not like real stealing, like stole your heart, stole your, I don't know, like stole your essence away a little bit. I also feel like they were a big drain on you, or they want to be or continue to be a big drain on you. And there's definitely some can't be trusted here, okay? I also feel like they could be spying on you. Or they just don't trust you either is what I'm getting. Like, I feel like something's up. Like, you knew something was up in the past. Like, you knew something was up. And I feel like they kind of feel that way too. And I feel like they also twist it on you when they get pinned to a wall about something, all right? I feel like they twist it. Or they twist your words, or they twist their words. I feel like they just don't have nice things to say. Like, they're just not... Yeah, and this, unfortunately, is an emotional connection. I feel like this person, too, had issues with their own father. I don't know if you know that. I don't know if I'm just throwing it out there. I feel like, yeah, they had daddy issues or issues with their father. I also feel like what you really want is for them to be this very reliable, very emotionally grounded, very caring, loving, romantic person. They might have been that at first. They might have showed you that illusion at first, And that's what you are in love with. That's what you want. That's what you feel like you need. But they're really not that person. They put up a false persona. Yeah, and also this is just meant to end, okay? We'll talk about lessons possibly that could be why you connected or met with this person in the first place, like had a relationship or anything like that with them. But it's meant to end, and it's meant for you to sort of close off in every way emotionally. I feel like you might be working towards that. You actually might be starting to feel that way, in those feelings, in that way. I just feel like this is really bothering you, though. Like, you're up at night. I feel like you're worried about this person. I feel like you don't know where they are at night. Like, there's something about, I don't even know where they are. Like, they're torturing you. They're tormenting you. Or you're letting them torture and torment you. Because I feel like there's no putting the foot down yet here. Or it possibly is leading up to, I'm going to have my foot down moment. But I feel like this person is tormenting you. Like, they don't let you sleep. They don't let you rest. They keep you in a state where you're constantly like agitated, worried, scared, nervous, like you don't know what's coming, you don't know what's next. I also feel like you feel very trapped and there's no help, there's no way out of it. I feel like you're like, I can't take anymore, but you don't really know how to, end it or stop it or stop yourself from feeling this way. So this is my Mirror of Shadows Oracle. Sorry, it's a little bit dark. It's very dreary and rainy here where I am today. But what is like something that's very dark about this person that maybe you need to see to understand them better so you can move on? Attention seeking. I was ignored a lot in my life, so now I crave attention. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. It could also be why they may have done some bad things in the past. I feel like they might have been the kid that was always getting in fights in school so they could annoy or upset their parents, so their parents would like pay attention to them. Almost like negative attention is better than no attention. I also feel like they want to be the center of attention all the time. They want to be like hammered over and like they're on stage and everybody's cheering for them and watching them. I feel like they really have to have that, or else they feel like nothing. They have this nothingness feeling that they feel like they, I don't know, they feel like nothing. I have had a lot of missed opportunities, so they're very resentful. They have resentment issues. That could be from their past, but going forward, they're carrying it into their everyday life, and I feel like they're taking it out on innocent people. And we've also got jealousy. So they're a very jealous person. They have issues with jealousy. They have issues with insecurities. They feel like they're never enough for somebody. It could be why they cheat or they go all around to other people because they really can't commit. They feel like, they're just too jealous. And then the soul lessons here sort of over this connection are fear. I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So it could be that, you are so far from the energy of love in this connection. You might think you love this person or care about them, or you may think that they love and care about you, but the energy here is saying something completely different. It's very illusioned. So I also believe that this person too has to overcome some fears in life. They can't be a whole rounded person until they do that. But I feel like this is a test of the soul, a test of fear. Like, are you going to stay in fear with a person or in fear of change? And we're also getting freedom, yes. So you can't allow anybody to trap you. Freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So this person has definitely taken your happiness. I just feel like they've taken from you is what I get. And they did it like right under your nose, or they cheated right under your nose, or they played a game. But I get that there's a feeling here that you feel very trapped. You feel very like connected to this person still, or you're still around them, or there's a need that spirit is like, you have to surrender. We can't help unless you surrender. You have to sort of give up this fight here. This person is not worth the fight is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's hear from angels to sort of close this up. Look, we've got, it's difficult to accept an inevitable ending. Yes, absolutely. And I think that is very self-explanatory. I really don't have much to say about that. And that's pretty much why the death card is there, because it's difficulty accepting an ending. Look, this is a wake-up call. Things need to change. They can't stay this way. The foundations here were not built on strong foundations. This person is definitely toxic in their own way. They're in their own way as well. All right, I hope that this was helpful. Let me know what you think, and we're getting onto card 3. So strength, wow. So the narcissist in your life, you're dealing with somebody that is testing your strength. Look at this card, because I feel like it's bringing out infinite strength in you. I also feel like this person is maybe in recovery of some type, and they may be utilizing your strength. They may be attracted to you because of your strength. Let's get some more cards and see. So yeah, I feel like this person it could be Leo that you're dealing with, or an Aries, fire sign. It doesn't have to be. The energy of this person is a little bit cocky, a little bit impatient, a little bit narcissistic, to be honest. It's somebody that is a little bit power hungry and wants to call the shots. So it could be that this person is trying to control you. And, you know, it could be right off the bat that you were fighting with this person about that, or having to use your strength about that. Or they're just threatened by your strength. Okay? Because what I feel like is they're looking away. So to me, it's like they're threatened by you. They're threatened by your strength. They know deep down you have it. They may have caught you in the past in a moment of weakness and think that they can do that again, or they're overly focused on that. I don't know if there's a child involved here in this relationship. I'm feeling like there may be a child involved in this, like a water sign child, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. If not, that doesn't have to resonate. Don't worry about it. I just feel like this person also was in a very immature energy. They were very inexperienced in love. I feel like they are in love with the idea of love, and we've got a walking away. So yeah, I feel like this person too wants to come and go. I feel like they think they can come and go in your life whenever they feel like it. They feel like they're entitled to do this. I also feel like this may have been on again, off again. Like you ended it and they came back and ended it again. It feels to me like multiple times over multiple months, possibly even years, that you've dealt with this person. Yeah, they are brutal too. Let me tell you. They kind of have this energy where they think who the F they are. They think who the hell they are. They think they can tell you what to do. They're very controlling. They're very factual. They're very logical. They're almost a little bit boring. They're almost a bit cop-like or militant, like military-like, where they have their whole set of beliefs and nobody can cut through that set of beliefs. They'll argue with you till they're blue in the face. They will get arrogant about it. They will actually get violent about it and disturbed about it. So I feel like they think who the hell they are. They have this energy where they're right and they're going to be right no matter what. And it's challenged you. It's actually made you have to pull out your big guns strength. And I feel like the whole thing is a test of strength for you, because it's going to take immense strength to get away from this person and over this person. So if you haven't already left, like I get this feeling of left to, like this was left behind, or I feel left behind, or this person's gone, or there's a gone sort of theme here. I also feel like this is extremely too much work. This person just in general is too much work. They are draining. They don't help. They don't pull their weight. They don't care to in a relationship. They want their partner to do all the work. Yeah, and it is also meant to end, okay? It is meant to end. It is meant to end, to come to a natural ending is what I'm getting. Because it's too much on one person. Like you're the person with the broken back here, the strain. You know, it's meant to be over. Your struggles are meant to be over with this person, and you come out of this stronger, strong like a lion. So darkness in their life. This is my Mirror of Shadows Oracle. Sorry that the camera's a little... so we're going to pull out what is the darker things about this person? Maybe it can help you understand them a little bit better. So we've got fear of intimacy, afraid to be open. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Openness shows vulnerability. This person will not be vulnerable. They're not having it. Fear of commitment. Absolutely. Scared to lose my freedom. I do get that. I do get a sense that this person wants to be all for themselves. They want to be working on their money and their power, their status in the world. They want to just not have any real commitments to hold them back in any type of a way. And we've got inner child work. So yeah, this could all stem from their childhood where they have some real issues. And, they could have had a narcissistic parent. It could be that they were traumatized at a young age. So let's see some soul lessons that might help you understand this. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So it could be that, something about this person might make you very leery. Maybe they do scare you. Maybe their energy. Maybe the way they act. Maybe they fly off the handle a lot. Maybe they're just very taxing on you. And it takes a lot out of you. But you're meant to end it. And look, we've got empathy. So you might be an empath. It might be the age-old tale of the empath and the narcissist. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So you might have to look at your own side. Maybe you were only ever seeing their side, their problems, their issues. Maybe you weren't seeing your side of it. Like you need to see yourself through someone else's eyes or see yourself as an outsider in this situation. And I feel like that would bring you clarity. I hope that this helped, guys. Narcissism is a terrible thing. I don't wish it on anybody. And if any of you wish to share your experiences, please feel free to do so in the comments. And I'm sending love, light, and healing out to every single one of you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being a part of the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next reading. Love and light.